Hi guys, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'm going to discuss some other uh, methods that are related to the array. So let's start. First of all, I'm going to discuss a method whose name is inArray. That method is used to find any value or element in an array, and it will return the index of the value if it is found. So here is you have to write jQuery object dot, and here is a method name is inArray, and here is parenthesis, and this a is capital, and in between these parentheses, first of all, you have to write the value that you are searching. Here I'm going to write 64 or 45, that is here in the array, and then we have to write the array name from which array in which array you want to find this value. Here I'm going to write test. So in this way, here is the semicolon, and this statement will return the index of the 45 if it is found. If it is not found, so this statement will return the -1. It's mean there is nothing found, and here is I'm gonna alert. And here is, you can see that 4, it returned the 4 index, and here you can see that 0 1 2 3 4. So this 45 value at the 4 index. If we write 78, so now this value at the second index, and here is, you can see that second. And if I write such a value that is not exist in the array, so here you can see that it returned the -1. So in this way you can use this function to find any value in the array. You can not only use this function on the numbers, you can also use it on the strings or other type of data. And now the next function is isArray. IsArray function is used to check whether this variable is array or not. And how to check it? Here, first of all, you have to write array object. This is the fixed keyword array dot is array. You have to write this is the function name is array, and this array is the object. And now in this method you have to pass the array, and if this test variable is a array, so it will return true, otherwise nothing. Here you can see that. Here I'm going to check it. True, because this test is array. But here if I write wrong name, so it is not array, so it is not returning anything. Here you can see that I am refreshing it. It is not returning anything. So in this way you can use this function. And the next function that I'm going to tell you is the function that is used to remove the spaces around the text. This function name is trim. Yes, trim. So let's use it. Basically it is not related to array, but now I'm going to tell you about it. I have just forgot to tell you about this function. So now here, first of all, I'm going to create an element. Here is pre, and this is the HTML element. It is in the HTML, and now in this pre element I'm going to pass a variable who have the text. Here you can see that here is the text. It have a lot of space at the start and at the end, you can see that. And now I'm gonna give this text to this pre element. Here is pre element dot text, and here is str, and now you can understand it clearly. Here you can see that this is the text, it have the space before it and after it. So we cannot see the space after it because it is white and the background is also white. But here if we add some text after it, here is 23, then we can clearly see this thing. Here you can see that 23, and here you see that it have the space after the text and before the text. So if we want to remove the space before and after the text, before and after a specific thing, so we have to use the trim function. We are not able to remove the space that is inside the string. Here you can see that this space is between this text, so now it is the part of the text. We cannot remove this space that is in between the text. We can remove the space that is at the start and at the end of the string, at the end of the text, at the start of the text. So trim function is just used to remove the space from the start and at the end of the text. So how we can do it? We just need to use trim function. So here I'm gonna use it. Here what we need to do, we can use it like this. Here I'm gonna use it separately, and here you have to write the variable name that have the text dot and then trim. So now this is a trim, and this statement will return a new string that have only this text. It have not these spaces. And here is we can save it. Here is I have saved it in the variable name a, and then we can give it here, and here you will see that this is only just the text. It have not space at the start or at the end. But here if we type the spaces in between the text, so these spaces will not be removed because trim function is just only used to remove the spaces from the start and the end of the text. And we can also do this thing in a simple way like this. We are not able, we don't need to save it in a separate variable. We just need to put it here is semicolon. Sometime the code will work without semicolon perfectly, but it is not correct thing. So here you can see that I have just write the string name, string variable that have the text, and then the trim function, and this statement will return the new string that have only the text, not the spaces. Here you can see that it is still present. And you can also use this function in another way. Here is different method. There are different methods to use this function, but now here I'm going to tell you about another one. Here is what you need to do. You just need to write jQuery object. Here is the jQuery object, jQuery dot trim, and in between the parentheses you have to pass string, and this statement will return the new string that have not any space before and after it. Here is it is removed. Here is you have to write capital Q, and now here is you can see that spaces are removed from the start and at the end. So in this way you can also use this function jQuery dot trim, and in between the parentheses you can pass the array. So at the place of the jQuery you can also write the dollar like this. Here I'm gonna write, you can write $sign. Here is it will also work, and here you can see that. So in this way you can use these functions. If you have any problems, so kindly add the discussion. I will help you as much as I can. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video, and please practice the code. Don't ignore these things. If you practice these things, then you can understand the advanced level things that are coming for you. So thank you for watching this video.